Junior Dos Santos came out with an opinion of Stipe Cormier 3. And before I tell you what the opinion was, I must say, and I think you guys would agree with me, Junior Dos Santos has earned his right to an opinion, okay? As the former heavyweight champion of the world, a multiple-time #1 contender, and a guy in the mix right now doing all the hard fights and the heavy lifting, he gets his opinion. But I want to tell you what his opinion was, okay? And I quote, Stipe versus DC Part 3 makes no sense. DC got lucky the first time. End quote. Now, I feel as though he's saying two things at the same time. So I want to break them down in parts. First off, he's saying that DC got lucky. That is a very surprising narrative for me. I watched the first fight. I was there live. It was 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Of those 2 minutes and 41 seconds, all but 3 seconds were won by Stipe Miocic. That's true. But it wasn't a beating, and it wasn't a mismatch. It was a good, solid, close battle, but Stipe did. That is true. Daniel hit him with those shots, put him down, left there with the championship. Daniel is notoriously a slow starter. And I will offer for you once again, it was competitive. But to call that lucky was a bit of a surprise for me. Now, Stipe is the one that sold me, I'll speak for myself here, on the second fight. Stipe was so absolutely positive. I've been in there with the best in the world. I've even been in there with Daniel himself. I can beat that guy. He caught me with a shot. I keep my hands up. I don't eat that shot. I leave there with the championship. I beat him for 2 minutes and 39 seconds. I duplicate that 9 times. They raise my hand. I'm still the champion. He was set on that. If I'm going to listen to Junior Dos Santos' opinion, and I do, I have to listen to Stipe's opinion. I mean, if that's my math, that this guy is qualified and credible to weigh in on this topic, and therefore I got to listen to Junior, then I got to listen to Stipe. So we did listen to Stipe. Turned out, Stipe had it right. But not so fast. Because the second fight, if you're going to use the argument that I just made for the first fight as your cannon fodder to set up the second fight, you have to look at the second fight and realize they were in the 4th round, almost 20 minutes in. All 3 judges had it Daniel Cormier. So if Stipe argued successfully and turned out to be right, that he had good moments, he just needed to duplicate those many more times. You look at Daniel gets to make that same argument and go, hey, listen, I had some really good moments. I just need to extend that another 6 minutes. I keep the belt. Fair play. I think if you're going to listen to one, you have to listen to the other. And I would love Junior's take on that, because I do respect his take in all sincerity. But I feel like he said 2 things in one sentence, and if you break them, I don't know if I agree. One other thing with Junior, I should tell you in case you guys didn't see this, he wasn't attempting to block DC from fighting Stipe as a way of getting himself the shot, like most guys. He was just observing it from afar and saying, no, that's not the fight to make. We've seen enough. Stipe's clearly better. Throw the first fight out. And that does surprise me. In truth, that was a 20-minute fight, 19 minutes and change. 3 judges had it Daniel. For me, now, Stipe is using the same argument that Daniel used. Don't forget, here, let's make sure we dissect this. Daniel said, look, I'm a slow starter. Yeah, he was getting the best of me in the first fight. Once I warmed up, boom, boom, I took charge. That's what happened. Stipe's actually saying the same thing. Yeah, I know what the judges said. But I was off to a slow start, and he surprised me when he got the take. Fair enough. I'm not saying either one's right, or I'm not saying either one's wrong. I'm saying it sounds like there's a way to settle it. We just got to do it one more time.